Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to talk about how we could make our houses smell as good as possible, and I have 10 tips I wanted to share with you regarding that. The first 5 tips are how to banish bad smells, and the last 5 tips are how to keep our houses smelling good. And Archie is back there shaking and rolling and pretty much wanting to get on camera, I think. So I'll have to share a snippet with you a little later on. But first, let's talk about keeping our homes smelling good and how to keep the bad smells out. One thing that can be a really big source of moldy, nasty, musty scents are leaks. And leaks happen. We're going to have them in our ceilings. We're going to have them under our kitchen counter, sink. We're going to have them in the bathroom. So the best thing we can do is promptly get any leaks fixed. And then after that, to resolve any damage that might have been done by the leak. So if there's rotting wood, molding sheetrock, if a wall has a leak down it and there's damage there, those molded areas are going to produce an odor and keep your house from smelling as fresh as it can be. So be sure that you get any repairs made quickly so that your air will be healthier for you, but also so that you don't have any smells either. Number 2, you want to be sure that you keep your air ducts clean. Sometimes mold can get in your air ducts, and then when you turn your air conditioner on, you're just filtering that smell throughout your home. So if you would call a professional service, they can help clean those out for you on a regular basis. And in particular, if your home has an issue with that, or if you have some mold allergies, then you want to keep your air ducts clean. Along that same line, if you would keep your filters in your air conditioning system switched out and replaced quite often, 30 days or 60 days, 90 days, however long your filter will let you go, then that will also keep your house smelling fresher. Those filters just collect dust. That's their purpose. And then as air pulls through those filters, if there's a lot of dust in there, then that smell of dust goes throughout your house. That extra dust on a dirty filter also then starts collecting on the screens that hold the filters in place, and that's another source of smell, and it's unsightly. But also those dirty filters, they make the air conditioner work harder, which shortens the life of your air conditioner and also makes your bills more expensive. So it's really good for you to keep those filters changed as often as is recommended by the filter manufacturer. Number 4, from time to time, you want to be sure you open up the windows, open up the doors to your home, and let fresh air in. Not only is that just good for keeping the house smelling fresh, but it's also good for you as well to have fresh air in your home. So just every season, at least, if you'll do that, or once a month if you think about it. Of course, in Texas, if you don't have screens on your windows during the summer, you're going to end up with lots of flies and lots of mosquitoes. But if you do have screens, you're good all year round. But even if you can't open up during the summer, then maybe the fall and spring is a good opportunity, or maybe if you have mild winters, that wouldn't be bad either. And number 5, be sure and keep your kitchen as clean as possible. Not only do food spills make smells, but also if you fry in your kitchen, then all that grease splatter is a source of smells. Plus, it's going to attract dust and dirt from the air, and that will create another source of stinky smells. So if you do like to fry, as soon as you finish frying, get rid of the grease from the pan, clean the pan, wipe down your countertops, your stove top, and your vent hood, and be sure and clean the vent hood vent, the little metal vents that are in there, because those that are sucking in the air, they're going to collect that grease and then attract the dust. So all of that leads to just that foul, greasy smell that you sometimes have in a kitchen. So the better your cleaning is, the more frequent you do it, even if you don't fry in your kitchen, but if you do, you have to do it every single time you fry. I try never to fry in my kitchen, just a little pan fry every now and then, but it's just not smells that I want to have, nor is it something I necessarily always want to be eating. So keep that in mind. Now let's start talking about ways to infuse good smells in your home. And my number one favorite, easy way to do this, which is also really cheap, is to use good old-fashioned Renew-Its. These little gel canisters are the kind that you unscrew the top and the gel gets exposed, and it just, in a closet or in a cabinet, it provides some freshness when you open up the door. I love to keep these in all my closets and cabinets, but in particular where I keep my vacuum cleaner or a coat closet or the guest bedroom closets, places that don't get opened up all that often. But when you do open them up, you either want your guests to smell a nice smell, or when I'm cleaning, I want to smell happy, fresh smells. So I love to keep these everywhere. You can get them in like packs of, I think, 4 or 6, and they're easily available at box stores like Walmart or online such as Amazon, and they're not that expensive. My favorite scent is After the Rain. You just replace them every so often when they start looking like this. This is one I've had in my closet, and this is all dried up, so it's not really giving off that wonderful smell anymore. So I'm just going to replace it with this one, and my closet will be good to go for another few months. My 7th tip is to use candles, dryer sheets, or soap to freshen your lingerie drawers. So if it's soap, I'll just take a brand new scented soap and package and all, put it in my drawer for a few months until the smell starts waning, and then I will use that soap in the bathroom. If it's a brand new candle, same thing. I'll put it in like an organza bag or a burlap bag or a thin linen or cotton bag, and just put it in my drawer to freshen my socks or lingerie. The only thing is I would probably stay away from candles that have a lot of dye in them, like a dark green or a red or navy. Though that dye could transfer to the bag and then transfer to your clothes. I've never had it happen to me, but I must admit that I tend to use light colored candles, so I would just be wary of that. I've never had a problem with soap. Of course, the other thing would just be to take a dryer sheet, throw it in your drawer, or those free little things that come in magazines and catalogs that advertise perfumes that have the perfume built into the strip on the side. You can, if you have a paperwork kind of drawer or a junk drawer in your kitchen, just set them in open. If it's a drawer that has fabrics, I would go ahead and close it just so that there's no transfer of the chemicals in it. But that's just also going to freshen the drawer, permeate the clothes, keep things smelling a little bit more fresh. Tip number 8 is for things that you might not use a lot, like evening purses, or if you switch out purses a lot, the purses that aren't being used right now, or coat pockets or jacket pockets, just to put a dryer sheet or one of those little perfume sample cards into the handbag or the pocket of the coat or jacket, and just let it be, so that the next time you get your purse out or your jacket out, you don't get a stale smell. Instead, you get a nice fresh laundry smell. Number 9, and this is probably one we all already do, and that is use candles or diffusers like I have going behind me to get fresh scents in your home. Of course, you want to be careful about what products you're putting in your diffuser or what kind of candles, ooh, there's a fly, what kind of candles you're using in your house, because you don't want to introduce new chemicals that could be bad for you or your family, or that would cause a problem for your well-being. So I tend to stay away from aerosols these days, but I like to light candles in the kitchen if I'm in here, or if I'm having guests over, I like to light them in the public rooms like the living room or study, den, dining room, kitchen, guest bathrooms, that sort of thing. But usually I just have my diffuser going. If I'm working, like cleaning out my closet, then I will take the diffuser to my bedroom with me so that I can enjoy the scents while I am working, and hopefully it'll keep me motivated and in a good mood. The flies are really getting on my nerves. Sorry. And my last tip for you is to plant bushes or plants, shrubs, near your doors or windows that have a nice scent, such as an old-fashioned rose bush or gardenia bush or lavender plants, any of those that when the air wafts across them that you actually can smell the sweet smell. So that'll be a way to lift your spirits as you come and go from your home. Also provide an inviting fragrant smell to any guests that are on your front doorstep, or when you do open your windows to let in fresh air, maybe that air will waft across a beautiful rose bush and bring the smell of old-fashioned roses into your home. I hope those 10 tips help you. If you have other ideas, if you would please share them with me. In particular, how to get rid of the fly. I tried this earlier today and I keep missing, unfortunately. And here's Archie, hopefully. Oh, now he's playing shy. But thank you so much for joining me this week. If you would, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and be sure and comment. I'd love to hear how you keep your house smelling fresh, or any other thoughts or ideas you might have for me. But we'll be back next week to share another video, and hope to see you then. Until then, have a good week. Thank you.